705 Joint Review, Revision, and Acceptance. Within 20 calendar days of receipt of the contractor's proposed project schedule, the city shall evaluate the schedule for compliance with this specification, and notify the contractor of its findings. If the city requests a revision or justification, the contractor shall provide a satisfactory revision or adequate justification to the satisfaction of the city within 7 calendar days. If the contractor submits a project schedule for acceptance, which is based on a sequence of work not shown in the plans, then the contractor shall notify the city in writing, separate from the schedule submittal. The city's review and acceptance of the contractor's project schedule is for conformance to the requirements of the contract documents only. Review and acceptance by the city of the contractor's project schedule does not relieve the contractor of any of its responsibility for the project schedule or of the contractor's ability to meet interim milestone dates, if specified, and the contract completion date, nor does such review and acceptance expressly or by implication warrant, acknowledge or admit the reasonableness of the logic, durations, manpower, or equipment loading of the contractor's project schedule. In the event the contractor fails to define any element of work, activity, or logic and the city review does not detect this omission or error, such omission or error, when discovered by the contractor or city shall be corrected by the contractor at the next monthly schedule update and shall not affect the project completion date. 706 Updates. The project schedule shall be updated on a monthly basis. The project schedule update shall be submitted in conjunction with the pay application. The contractor will meet with the city each month at a scheduled update meeting to review actual progress made through the date of the schedule update as determined the project manager. The review of progress will include dates activities actually started and/or completed, the percentage of work completed, the remaining duration of each activity started and/or completed, and the amount of work to complete with an analysis of the relationship between the remaining duration of the activity and the quantity of material to install over that given period of time with a citation of past productivity. The percentage of work complete shall be calculated by utilizing the quantity installed divided by the budgeted quantity from the baseline schedule. The monthly schedule update shall include a progress narrative explaining progress, defining the critical path, identification of any potential delays, etc. The project schedule update layout shall be grouped by project, then WBS. The layout shall include the following columns. A. Activity ID B. Activity description C. Original durations D. Remaining durations E. Start and finish dates F. Baseline start and finish dates G. Total float H. Performance percent complete I. Budgeted total cost J. Earned value K. Display logic and target bars in the Gantt bar chart view 707 project schedule revisions. If the contractor desires to make major changes in the project schedule, the contractor shall notify the city in writing and submit the proposed schedule revision. The written notification shall include the reason for the proposed revision, what the revision is comprised of, and how the revision was incorporated into the schedule. Major changes are hereby defined as those that may affect compliance with the contract requirements or those that change the critical path. All other changes may be accomplished through the monthly updating process without written notification. 708 Time Impact Analysis. The contractor shall notify the city when an impact may justify an extension of contract time or adjustment of milestone dates. This notice shall be made in writing as soon as possible, but no later than the end of the next estimate period after the commencement of an impact or the notice for a change is given to the contractor. Not providing notice to the city within 20 calendar days after receipt will indicate the contractor's approval of the time charges as shown on that time statement. Future consideration of that statement will not be permitted and the contractor forfeits his right to subsequently request a time extension or time suspension unless the circumstances are such that the contractor could not reasonably have knowledge of the impact by the end of the next estimate period. When changes are initiated or impacts are experienced, the contractor shall submit to the city a written time impact analysis describing the influence of each change or impact. A time impact analysis is an evaluation of the effects of changes in the construction sequence, contract, plans, or site conditions on the contractor's plan for constructing the project, as represented by the schedule. The purpose of the time impact analysis is to determine if the overall project has been delayed, and if necessary, to provide the contractor and the city a basis for making adjustments to the contract. A time impact analysis shall consist of one or all of the steps listed below. A. Establish the status of the project before the impact using the most recent project schedule update prior to the impact occurrence. B. Predict the effect of the impact on the most recent project schedule update prior to the impact occurrence. This requires estimating the duration of the impact and inserting the impact into the schedule update. Any other changes made to the schedule including modifications to the calendars or constraints shall be noted. C. Track the effects of the impact on the schedule during its occurrence. Note any changes in sequencing and mitigation efforts. D. Compare the status of the work prior to the impact, Step 1, to the prediction of the effect of the impact, Step 2, and to the status of the work during and after the effects of the impact are over, Step 3. Note that if an impact causes a lack of access to a portion of the project, the effects of the impact may extend to include a reasonable period for remobilization. The time impact analysis shall be electronically submitted to the city. If the project schedule is revised after the submittal of a time impact analysis but prior to its approval, the contractor shall promptly indicate in writing to the city the need for any modification to its time impact analysis. 1. Copy of each time impact analysis shall be submitted within 14 calendar days after the completion of an impact. The city may require Step 1 and Step 2 of the time impact analysis be submitted at the commencement of the impact, if needed to make a decision regarding the suspension of contract time. Approval or rejection of each time impact analysis by the city shall be made within 14 calendar days after receipt unless subsequent meetings and negotiations are necessary. 709 Measurement and Payment. Cost-loaded project schedules will not be measured or paid for directly, but shall be included in the unit price bid for the items of construction in which the operations occur. 710 Bid item N/A